Hello, 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 and welcome back to the CWT podcast. I'm your host, Tamesia, and this is Chat with T. Happy New Year to you all. I pray that this year is filled with so much prosperity, so much rejuvenation, so much success and wealth and abundance for all of you. I hope that this year you truly go after all that you are worthy and deserving of. I hope that this is the year you stop playing with your talents and playing with your creativity. I hope that this is the year that you truly acknowledge what you bring to the table, what you can put out into the world, and you take action doing so. So, today's episode is going to be talking about colorism, featuring my girl Kristen. She is the host of What Are You Growing Thru? And we had a really good conversation about colorism, how it starts, ways that we can uplift darker skin tones. And we also spoke a little bit about texturism within the Black community and also globally, and how we can also uplift and acknowledge, type 4 hair. But we have both witnessed, both sides of the spectrum when it comes to light skins and also with darker skins as well. One of my favorite parts within our conversation was when we talked about good hair and, the brainwash mentality, right? When we talk about how we have been conditioned and how we have been programmed to believe that, okay, like you have tight curls or tight coils, right? Your hair is coarse, and that is how every Black person's hair is, and that's just not the case. Or, oh my God, like I don't have looser type curls, I'm not as desirable as someone who does. Or if you are a Black woman with, looser type curls, like maybe 3A, 4A, whatever the case may be, right? People are going to try and question you and question your Blackness. Like, there's no way you're Black. There's no way you're 100% Black with that type of hair. So that was one of my favorite parts, because Kristen was able to speak to that because she actually has wavy hair. Although her hair is locked now, but she does have wavy natural hair. So that was really good getting her perspective on that and just brainwash mentality in general. So without further ado, here is my conversation with Kristen about colorism and texturism. Hi, Kristen, and welcome to Chats with T. I'm very glad to have you here tonight. How are you feeling?
I am good. I am happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm so glad to have you here, and I look forward to our chats on colorism and texturism.
Same. I'm excited.
So, colorism, which is defined as prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group. So we already know on the spectrum, there's like light skin, brown skin, dark skin, how people like view them in a sense. So I want to know what your thoughts are on colorism first.
That is such a loaded word for one.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, like growing up, I personally didn't. It wasn't really a thing, like in my, I guess, social group or social whatever. I think it didn't really become like a major thing until I got a little bit older, maybe like college-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But we would also like always hear the joke like light skin energy or the light skin nigga or just a light skin perspective. That is what I heard a lot of. And I know a lot of people that I associated with didn't prefer light skin. Like we was always like dark skin. I prefer dark skin.
Oh, wow.
Right. Like as far
Interesting.
as being attracted to someone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I honestly, because I never really for real dated someone who was light skinned, and it wasn't necessarily on purpose.
I feel you on that.
It wasn't necessarily on purpose. It just kind of just never really. They never really caught my eye or just crossed my path per se. Like that option was never really presented to me, I guess.
I hear you.
But if I like when conversations were had about my preference, I would say that I prefer, a on the, I don't even want to say on a darker spectrum. It's just like brown skin or my color or a little bit darker than that. But I will acknowledge it's because of the stereotypes that I've heard about light skinned individuals.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
Um,
God, we are one and the same.
so yeah, like that's really what it is. Like I will acknowledge that I guess entertain the stereotypes that come with light skinned people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my experience for the most part.
Interesting. So you said that dark skins were kind of like on a kind of put on a pedestal where you're from or like growing up.
Yeah, for the most part.
Interesting, because it's always light skin for me. And then you mentioned your preference. I was kind of thinking back to like my dating experiences and who I've dated, and I've never been with a light skinned man ever. So I have to check myself because I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I just love brown skin and like dark skinned men. I mean, they're beautiful. I don't know.
Cause let's be
I don't
honest,
know.
we do give a different energy. And
Yeah, I
I'm not
agree.
necessarily like saying that the light skin spectrum they're like it's a bad energy, but it's just
Mhm.
different.
I feel you on that. Have you experienced or maybe even like witnessed colorism? I see you're brown yourself. I don't know. I feel like brown skinned people really get hit with it. It's really like dark skinned people or like if you're light skinned. So I wonder if you
Right.
witnessed that people being shitting on like dark skinned people. Have you ever seen that yourself? Or like dark skin jokes, things like that.
Dark skin jokes for sure. That
Hmm.
that that was definitely a thing me growing up. Like
Hmm.
people talking about how someone's burnt or purple or
Yeah.
that type of thing. Yeah, that if you was dark in my like high school, yeah, you got talked
Hmm.
about.
Same.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you find yourself kind of like entertaining it and now you're looking back like, damn, they may have been kind of rude?
I don't think I actually said anything. I probably laughed, but I
Hmm.
don't think I actually like said a joke like that before.
Hmm.
But it'd be if it I would now that I laugh, so I guess it would be entertaining.
Okay, you're on.
No, I gotta be.
I respect it. Do you think that colorism is something that starts at home? Like it's instilled in children at a very young age? Like I know I've heard my parents speak on dark skin, especially my mom. So it's kind of like growing up, that's kind of what I've heard. So I want to know if that's something you think that starts at a very young age.
I do think it's something that's taught at a well, yeah, taught at a young age. Whether it's like a parent just educating the child on it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for me, I didn't necessarily grow that. That wasn't a conversation that went on in my household. And it's crazy
Mm-hmm.
now that I think about it, but my grandmother is on the darker spectrum. I grew up in a
Mm,
household primarily majority of my life with my grandmother and my mom.
got you. Okay.
My grandmother's on a darker spectrum, and my mom is a little bit lighter than me. Um, but no, that wasn't something that was really talked about in my household.
Okay.
So now it's just crazy that now I'm thinking about it. Like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
why didn't we talk about it?
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like it really does start at home, especially when we're talking about like dark skin. Are we looking at light skin as like more pretty, more beautiful, or it's like dark skin is like dirty, or sometimes even dark skin is kind of like sexualized, like, oh, look at you, sexy dark chocolate,
Right?
So
No,
it's like
really.
either you're being degraded as a dark skin or you're being like overly sexualized and kind of like hyped up, I guess, in a way. Not
Mhm.
in a good way, as I'm trying to say. Um, so how do you think that we can start to erase these stereotypes or kind of like dismantle them? Because, there's skin bleaching, there's marrying lighter, and dark skin gets a lot of hate universally. So I don't know, do you think it's something that we can, how do I want to say this? Kind of just start uplifting or maybe appreciating darker skin tones, like, hey, you see somebody walking on shit, you're so beautiful. Like, I don't know, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, that it could happen, and I honestly think it's happening. I don't. I just remember a time period when there was a transition, like dark skin
Mm-hmm.
became the thing, like
Mm-hmm.
like the darker the berry, that type energy, like
Squeeze the
that
juice.
became,
Okay, yeah.
and I think that is still happening per se. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to say, yeah, I think primarily it is happening, but it's also still colorism happening. So there's like both sides of the spectrum that's occurring. So
Mm-hmm.
how could we uplift? I think just acknowledging how beautiful darker skinned people are in general, and not even
Mm-hmm.
like saying, I think the triggering thing or what makes it less of a compliment is when people say you're dark, like you're pretty, because like for the fact that you're
Yes,
dark, or
yes, yes, yes.
that part is the fact that makes it less, like what you said doesn't even matter anymore, because it's like
Exactly.
you're saying, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you're like low key diminishing the fact that I'm dark. Like,
It's kind of
I
like
don't
a
know.
backhanded compliment.
Right.
You trying to say like, oh, you're pretty for a dark skin or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
That type
Okay.
thing has
Absolutely.
become a thing. Like it's like 2 steps forward or like 5 steps back, you know?
Exactly.
So
Absolutely. All right. Yes. All right. So we're switching gears and we're moving over to texturism. So when we talk about texturism, we know that looser curl types are placed on a pedestal and
mhm.
those with tighter textures are kind of like crapped on, but not just in the Black community, kind of like globally. So I wanted to know, what's your relationship with your natural hair and has it changed while growing up? So like younger versus like now.
Ooh, that no. Like it's definitely has changed, especially when I was younger. I've always had like when I was younger, I had like real wavy hair. To the
Okay.
point where it was hard to even straighten that type of like wavy. Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah. And I do remember being frustrated about it. This is when I was young though,
Mhm.
like elementary school type young.
Okay.
And I remember I begged my mom, because this is around the time I also started being around my cousins who had relaxers and this, that, and the third.
Okay.
And I couldn't get my hair that way. Like they would have like the straight hair or
Mm-hmm.
the little curls, like the twist and curl styles we used to
I
do.
hear you. Yeah.
But I couldn't do that. And I remember I
Mm-hmm.
begged my mom to let me get a relaxer, and oh, I wish she would not have listened to me.
Let's talk about it.
I was like, when did I get a relaxer? I think it was, I want to say I was 9.
Okay. Wow.
So I think it was, yeah, exactly. And I
Mm-hmm.
had a relaxer from I was 9 until 16, 17. And that's when I decided
Mm.
to go natural. Um, but yeah, I do regret. Well, I don't know if I regret. I just would have preferred my mom would have stood her ground and not allowed me to have my way in that area. But regardless of that, even now, I still, especially like, even when I had a relaxer, I would still get those comments like, "Oh, your hair is so pretty," like, but in a way like you must be mixed with something type
Yeah.
thing.
Talk about that. Yeah.
Um, "Oh, your hair is so long," or "it does this." "Oh, I wish my hair could do that," but it still would be from the perspective like you must be mixed with something. You can't be all black. Like, how does your hair do
Yes.
that? And I'm just like,
Talk
well,
about
then it
it.
was like, but now it's like, why can't I just have nice hair?
Yeah, when you think back, exactly. When you think back on it, it's like, I'm fully black. Why can't it just be looking nice? Why I
Exactly.
gotta be mixed with something?
Exactly. And what's crazy now, and I have locks, and this is part of the reason why I lock my hair, to get in just a deeper spiritual connection with
Mm-hmm.
my heritage, but also like just define the society norms of what I should look like as a black woman, and how I can
Yes.
still be a professional woman and have locks.
Talk
That is
about it.
part of my reason for getting locks. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
now I still kind of get those comments. Like literally, like 2 weeks ago, someone told me I have white hair, and I'm like, my thing is, like, the mixed comments, whatever. But what makes you think that I want to be compared to a white lady?
Please.
Like, what? How are you telling me my hair looks like that thin ass, oily
Mm-hmm.
ass,
Talk
whatever ass
about it.
hair that's on
No.
their head?
Wait, can I just say something? You know how, okay, you see black women in a weave, and then it be some trolls on the internet talking about some, oh, like you're wearing white girl hair. Please fucking stop it. Please stop. Have they actually seen white women hair?
Exactly, and that's the part for
Bundles don't
me.
look like that. That
That's the
shit
part
blows
for
my
me.
mind. That blows my mind. I don't like that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
That's the
That's
fucking
rude.
part for me. And it's like
That's offending.
I do acknowledge like I may be mixed with something, right? There might be
Mm-hmm.
something mixed up in my bloodline somewhere. I at one point in time I do look forward to looking more into my heritage, right?
Hear you.
But
Mm-hmm.
that's not the point. Like, why can't I just have
Mm-hmm.
nice hair? You know?
Exactly. Why
as
does it
a
have to
black
be something
woman,
more? Exactly.
and especially compared to a white lady. That just took me out. Like, why do I have to have white people hair?
Maybe they thought they was being nice, but that wasn't nice.
There's
They could have
nothing
kept
nice
that to
about that.
themselves. Not at
And
all.
it is also interesting to me because I have locks. So
Mm-hmm.
how is that possible? Like, how is
Exactly.
what you're saying making sense?
It doesn't. Have you seen white people in locks? Have you?
I literally saw one this weekend, and I flabbergasted. Like,
I'm
what?
sorry. It looks crazy because their hair is. It's not like meant for it. I don't know. It looks crazy. I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all. We need
So
to gatekeep that. I don't like that, but I
I've
mean,
had a long history of texturism, just because my curl pattern is a little bit different, and my hair is
hmm
I think really because my hair is soft, and
hmm
the stereotype of black people's hair is not soft or it's not soft
yes,
enough or whatever. I've had those comments all my life, and it's just like, why can't I just why can't I just be a black woman
hmm which is actually
with
mad crazy
hair?
because I know a lot of black people who have like looser curl patterns.
Right.
So it's like, you feel what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know why everyone assumes that if you're black, like your hair has to be. I don't want to say the N word, but like
No,
everybody
for
who's black
real.
has nappy
That's
hair. You know
it.
what I'm
I'm
trying to
about to say, you
say?
say
Like,
it. That's literally it.
that's not
Like,
the case.
that's what we have to deal with.
It's crazy. That's wild, bro. Okay, do you try to uplift people who have tight 4 hair? Like my sister has 4C hair. Her like kinks are very like tight. So I try to tell her like, girl, you're so beautiful, which she is. And then I try to tell her like, she'll be like, oh, like my hair is not manageable, like it's too much or whatever. She doesn't call her hair nappy, but I just find myself having to like stop her in her tracks. Like, it's beautiful. Like, let's, figure out how we can work with it and make it look good to your standard, I guess.
Right. No, yes, for sure. Especially because those are mostly the women who make a comment about my curl pattern. Especially when I
Mm-hmm.
was natural, like when you could see my curl pattern. It's like, I don't. You can get. It's nice to give me a compliment, but I don't want you to downplay yourself just because our
Exactly.
curl patterns are
Yeah.
different. Like, no, your
Mm-hmm.
hair is just as beautiful. Don't do that. And
Yes.
I'm
Talk
pretty.
about
And
it.
what black women who have that type of hair or would just have like 4C or just tighter curls,
Mm-hmm.
I've always been jealous of them because their hair will get big. My hair would not get big for nothing
Yes, yes, yes,
because
yes, that too.
my hair it's just softer, and my
Mhm.
curls are they don't spread that way.
I hear you,
So I've
yeah.
never had the privilege of having big hair or this, that, and the third.
Mhm.
So it's like you're looking at me and I'm looking at you. People just they I think it's just a brainwash thing that we've been
Mm.
brainwashed to think a certain way, and we don't realize the beauty of what we have because of that.
Absolutely. Yes, I agree. We've definitely been programmed, especially from such a very young age. And I didn't even get to experiment with my hair until high school, my natural hair, because nobody else was really doing it. So it's just
Right.
like,
That part. No, I can say the same.
mm,
I can say
it's
the same.
crazy.
That's when I started, and like I was like 16, 17, so that was high
Mhm.
school.
All right, so we want to talk about this Brianna Monique video. How
Right.
she was saying she glad she don't got African American hair because it's nappy, and she's a biracial woman, black mom, white dad, and she was reviewing a black-owned hair company for the natural hair community. So I just want to know, don't hold back. What are your thoughts on the video? What are your thoughts on her comments?
You said the home back immediately. I was like giving real cool energy, but that's not why we here. It's just like I just mentioned, it's just one of those societal things that I mean, everybody has a whatever of their own opinion, but it's just the brainwash mentality. Like she's, I mean, I don't know her obviously, but I
hmm
feel like she's one of those to some extent privileged and doesn't really know what's really happening in our world. Like I don't know if she's
hmm
tapped into that side of her
Yeah,
heritage or her womanhood or just that side of her, the fact that part of her, she is a black woman, whether she wants to
exactly.
acknowledge it or not.
Exactly.
Um, I just don't think she's allowed herself to be in touch with that, or she's choosing not to by saying that she's happy that she does not have whatever type of hair she thinks is supposed to happen with a black woman.
hmm
So I just think she's ignorant as fuck and a fool. So
Extremely.
yeah.
No, I agree 110%. I didn't follow her, but do you think that we should be following or subscribing to people who don't look like us or have the things that we have, if that makes sense? Or do you think it like depends?
You mean her, or are you talking about people in general?
Just like people in general, but I guess if we're talking about hair, I used to like subscribe to people who had like looser curl types, so I would be doing my hair.
Mm,
But now I'm all mad because I'm like, it's not coming out like that. But then it's
right,
like, Tunisia, you don't have type 3 hair, you don't got it, you got type 4 hair.
right.
So your hair is not gonna look like how those YouTubers look. So how do you feel about like following people who don't like, I don't know if how I want to say that, but like who don't
Yeah,
really look like you or have what you have, if that makes sense.
that is interesting because I don't think I ever thought about it. I think I've always looked for people who look like me so I can
Okay,
relate
good.
and
All right, so you
not,
on the right track. You on the right track
right.
with it. Mhm.
So yeah, because it's like, why am I looking? Like I wouldn't look for her because what am I going? What is she gonna teach me about my hair? Like
Nah, that
honestly, like
makes
I
sense.
just she's not somebody video I will watch.
Mhm. Nah, I
I don't
agree,
know
especially the shit that she done said.
exactly.
Mm-mm. She also okay, she wrote an apology. I just skimmed through. I didn't really like read it. But it was kind of thing where she was like separating herself from what she had said. So she wasn't like taking accountability for what she had said.
What I didn't
So
see it.
I have to find it. I just like skimmed through it. It was BS though. Don't want little fake ass apologies.
All right.
Anyway, but yeah. So I don't know. Do you think that she deserves grace for the comments that she said, or is it that type of thing of like, okay, you're grown, you know better?
I don't. I think neither, to be honest. I just
Mm-hmm.
y'all. I feel like now people who were fans of her or subscribe to her or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now y'all know how she feels about her hair and how she feels about Black women's hair. So it's your
Yeah.
decision about how you
Mm-hmm.
gonna feel about her now. So I don't
So the
necessarily
ball
think
is in their court. You think so?
right. Like I don't think
Mm-hmm.
she necessarily deserves grace or whatever. I just think she let you know what it was, so you choose to do with that as you will.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And she just made a new video too. I don't know if she turned her comments off. I have to go check.
She
This
probably
is
did.
crazy. You're probably right.
From what I saw, a lot of people were like threatening to unsubscribe to her page or
It was eating
whatever.
that ass up.
As they, well, I ain't gonna say as they should.
Mhm.
Like it is what it is. She said what she said,
Mhm.
and if you choose to whatever, because I don't necessarily like canceling culture.
I hear you. Okay.
Um, so I don't think she should be canceled per se. But it's
Okay.
like this is what I said. Like she said what she said. So
Mhm.
what you gonna do with it? You want to unsubscribe
Exactly.
and never watch that shit again? Then it is what it is.
Exactly.
Or if you
I
make
love that. Okay, and her mother was basically telling her how she's so lucky to not have her hair texture and was like basically
mm,
instilling anti-blackness in her.
mm,
So, did your family play a view? I to play a view. Lord have mercy. Did your family play a role in how you viewed your hair? I know you asked for a relaxer at like 9.
yeah.
Have you ever heard like nappy being used in your household or damn girl, I can't comb this or like things like that? Like, how does that look for you growing
No,
up?
thankfully not.
Okay.
Not that that question has been brought to my attention. No, I don't think that was a conversation. Like I, yeah, no. What about you?
I love that for you. No, growing up, I always heard like, "Oh, when you gonna do your hair?" After I done spent all this time in the bathroom doing my
Oh,
shit, it's done. Goddamn, what else you want me to do to it? So that was kind of thing. I don't know. I think my parents are they're kind of growing, or I don't know, like understanding natural hair and like how it works. I guess growing up, like natural hair wasn't really I don't know, placed on a pedestal or kind of seen as like beautiful. But I think now and as we
hmm,
continue, hopefully it'll be, because natural hair really is beautiful. So I hope we're
right.
just kind of like getting rid of old ways of thinking and just trying to do better. I'm trying to help my mom with her natural hair. So I think we're like getting there. I guess my dad's
Yeah,
understanding now too. I was trying to tell him like, Dad, my hair is done. This is it. This is the
yeah.
final product. Okay.
See, my
So,
mom has always had a relaxer, so I think that is another thing,
ooh,
another
mom did
difference.
too.
She still
Mm-hmm.
has a relaxer to this day.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
But now since I've locked my hair, I have
Mm-hmm.
had to hear her mouth about it. Especially when I told her I was considering doing it, and then when I did
Uh-huh.
it, she did make that ignorant comment like, "Oh, I spent all this time on your hair. I spent all these years of your hair, and you gonna do this to it?" And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
"What is this? What are you
Mhm.
talking about?" And in her mind, like, and that's another stereotype of locks. Like,
Mhm.
locks, I guess, have been thought of a certain way, and
Yeah.
they're thought like to be like thick, and I don't even know how people think locks should look.
Yeah.
I guess
Mhm.
it's come more of a common thing. So I don't necessarily know the stereotypicalness about it, but I think in her mind she thought my hair was basically going to turn into something else because I like my
Okay,
hair.
got you. Yeah.
Um, and now like in her mind it's gonna look unkempt and this, that, and the third. And I do have to hear that from her, like,
Mhm. There we
why does
go.
it look that
Yeah.
way?
Mhm.
What's about to happen, type
Mhm.
thing. So I have heard that since I locked my hair. And
What you like say to her? Like, "Mom, I'm about to get it done," or "Mom, this is it." Like, what you say back
Mom,
to
this
her?
is it, because I'm not entertaining
Okay.
her.
Okay. Got you. Got you.
Because
Got
it's
you.
it's more so of her not understanding and not wanting to understand either. She doesn't necessarily understand the process of locking.
I feel like ever since I don't know, do you place like a big value on your hair? Because I feel like ever since I cut it off, hair is just hair to me. Like that's just how I look at it.
The
Where
first
like
time I cut my
growing up,
hair,
it was like, you feel me? But now it's like it's just hair.
no, yeah, I know, I feel that. The first time I cut my hair off, it was like, oh, it's gonna grow back.
Exactly. It was so
Yeah,
freeing. Wasn't it so freeing?
no, it really was.
It was. I was like, fuck it. My mom lost her mind. She flipped out. She was like, people would kill to have long hair. You cut it off? Hell
Yeah.
yeah. It'll grow back, mom. It's just hair or whatever.
Right, no, I feel that. No, so no, I don't value hair as much as I used to.
Yes. All right, so we're gonna move finally into the good hair debate because hearing the term good hair, it don't sit right with me. It kind of ruffles my feathers a little bit because we know what good hair is being
Hmm.
um referred to, loose curly hair, wavy hair, but hair that's not like coarse or tightly curled or
Coarse.
coiled. Yeah, there we go,
That's the
coarse.
word. That's the word I was looking for
You looking
earlier.
for earlier? Yup, coarse
Hmm.
hair. So, what is your definition of good hair, and have you used that phrase?
Hmm. Oh, that's a that's a loaded question. I'm not gonna hold you because I will acknowledge my own like biases that's coming
Mm-hmm.
up with that. Because I can think about how it's been referenced to me or around me.
Yes. Okay.
Um, but how have I used it, or how do I see it? I don't know. I would say now it's a different perspective just because I am learning more about it, and
Mm-hmm.
embracing natural hair more myself. But I will say that before I did think of it as like, I don't even want to say loose curls because that's not even necessarily it. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like people who like quote unquote had curls that you can see.
Yeah. Okay. Visible curves. Yeah.
Right? Like I think
Mm-hmm.
that would, if I had to think of what good hair was, I guess that would be it
Mm-hmm.
at one point. So yeah. What was the
Okay. So
second
you've
question?
evolved. I know that's right. I asked if you use that phrase, like, "Oh yeah, you got good hair." Like, has that ever come out your mouth before?
Not. I feel like if it did, it wasn't often. I can't. I
Okay.
honestly can't think of a time that I actually said that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because I think I always felt away when people said it to me. So I never use those words to
Okay.
describe
Yeah.
someone else per se.
All right. Okay. And okay, we talked about we don't put a lot of values right here no more. Okay. Oh, and then lastly, do you think that Black women are held to a higher standard when it comes to our hair?
A higher standard?
Yeah, like we always have to keep it kept or updo,
Oh,
no
definitely.
bonnets outside, shit like that.
Definitely.
All of it.
That is for sure. That is 100%. Always. And it always has to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another reason why my mom feels a way about me, I guess, doing it in this particular time period of my life. The fact that I am becoming a professional and, you know, entering into the whatever world of whatever. But this is why I'm doing it.
Absolutely. I love that.
And that's why it also bothers her when it's like when she sees me and it's not like quote unquote done or it looks unkept. But it's like, no, I'm doing this. I'm not gonna say I'm doing it on purpose, but it's like part of me is doing it to prove a point, you know?
And that's how it starts. That's how you have to do it. You can't be afraid to do it. You really got to set that example, set that standard. I salute you for that.
Because where
Yes,
I work,
absolutely.
it's about half and half. But I go in there when my hair starts growing and it looks the way it looks on purpose. And if white people got something to say, they can say
it. Yes.
No, for real though. Like, I don't have time to play with them.
I hear you on that. No, 110%. They ain't mind their business. But you with it. It seemed like you with it. So if they say something,
right.
What's up? Okay, I know that's right. Yes. Alrighty, that's all the questions that I had today. Kristen, thank you for joining me. Plug yourself in.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but you didn't answer some of the questions.
What question I answered? Call me out. What happened?
You didn't ask about the good hair.
What about the good hair?
You asked me the question that you asked me about good hair. Like
how I define good hair? Right. I'm so sorry. Well, good hair to me is healthy hair. That's pretty much how I define. If you're taking care of your hair, you're getting your trims regularly. You're not doing too much high manipulation styles. You know, you letting it breathe here and there when it needs to. That's what I consider good hair, not the visible curls like you used to think so.
Right.
So yes, that's how I look at it. Thank you for saying that, because I definitely didn't get to say my piece. Thank you. Thank you.
I just had to make sure.
All right, Kristen, plug yourself in.
Well, you can reach me at the blog of growth 2 underscores. And I hesitated on that because that name will be changing soon.
Okay.
But as of right now, that is it. And if not there, then my website, www.theblogofgrowth.com. I also have a podcast as well. So the name of my podcast is What Are You Growing Thru? I can definitely be reached on that. I'm currently taking an extended break from my podcast, but episodes are definitely still available. So if you want to check them out, please feel free to. I appreciate the love and support always.
Tap it, y'all, tap it. Oh my God. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.